Happy Jaron Hall Day, everyone, to all of those who celebrate. Also, happy New Year's Eve. Hopefully, you're not getting too turned up. Unless you're in for the night, then get turned up as much as you want to. Sunday night football with the Seattle Seahawks losing their game today, not that long ago, against the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Vikings are now back in control of their own destiny. You win out, you win these final two games, you are in the playoffs. But honestly, I'm chilling, man. Whether the Vikings, listen, the Vikings literally have nothing else to lose except a couple more games, which they've done a great job of doing that with the other two backup quarterbacks that they put out there post Kirk Cousins' injury. But there's nothing to lose here. See what you got in Jaron Hall. And if you lose, he still gets those reps, get a better draft spot, get in a better position to get your quarterback of the future if you think Hall ain't it. Or everything goes gravy. He looks great. You win the last two games. You get into the playoffs. Everything is fantastic. I literally don't care what happens tonight nor next week. Season finale against the Detroit Lions. I don't. I'm good. I'm chilling, man. How y'all feeling? Tyler says Hall coming for them cheeks. Oh, okay. Well. Lynn, perfection tonight equals Jaron Hall plays truly great ball, QBR over 100. We don't win for some other reason. Well, here's if you kept rolling out with Nick Mullins, those were guaranteed losses. I mean, the writing was already on the wall. However you win, doesn't have to be pretty. If he can get my main goal, Lynn, here is for Jaron Hall to play a complete game. This is his second start of the season. First start against Atlanta, he lasted for 2 drives before getting knocked out with a concussion. Just play a full game. And that, to me, is a starting point. Anything after that, you'll take. Tyler says Addison owns the Packers. He's playing tonight, damn it. In fact, going to the inactive list. Jordan Addison, he's going to play. Brian O'Neill is healthy. But Byron Murphy Jr., he's going to be out. Josh Dobbs is emergency quarterback. And that's really the Ja'Kalen Roy. He's going to be inactive as well. That's the notable inactives today for Minnesota. But Jordan Addison's going to be out there. So Hall, he's going to have at his disposal everybody essentially but TJ Hawkinson. In which case, Josh Oliver and Johnny Munt, they're going to have to step up. But it's a lot better than not having Jordan Addison and TJ Hawkinson. I'm with it. I'm so fired up. I'm so excited, man. Vikings fan 123, who should be tight end 1, Josh Oliver or Johnny? I would say Josh. And as much as I do believe that Munt is a better pass-catching tight end than Oliver, I think Oliver and his athleticism and his blocking ability, I think that comes first. And then take what you can get from the passing game with him. If he gets the ball in his hands, even if it's dump-off passes, he can make plays. Where I feel like Munt is more of a one-trick pony. If he's not catching passes, he's more of a liability. But that's just me. Tina, tonight is a win regardless. I feel that way. I truly do. Beat the Packers, man. And if they lose, who cares? This season, this man should have started 3 games ago, 3 weeks ago. Jaron Hall. I mean, you could say that the season is a wash. Anything positive you get is a bonus. I mean, that's how I'm looking at it. Watermelon, do you think Lions were robbed? What are your thoughts, and how has it affected the NFC's playoff implications? I do think they were robbed. That I saw that live in real time, and I said, "What the hell is an illegal touching penalty?" I've never heard of that before. But I do think that the Lions were robbed, and here's why. The head official, I think his name is Brad Allen. I can't remember his exact name. It doesn't matter. Taylor Decker and Panay Sewell went up to that ref, that head official. And meanwhile, number 70 was running out onto the field in their direction as well. Now, what I learned, and I wish I'm not going to use this man's knowledge and the way that he broke this thing down as if it's my own analysis, because that would be disingenuous. But I forgot this man's name, but he works for The Ringer, and he tweeted out the breakdown of that play of what the Lions were doing. And the Lions purposely sent out 70 in the direction, this is based off what he said, purposely sent out number 70 in the direction of Decker and Sewell, and the ref half waving his hand as a deception tool to basically give the Cowboys the impression that 70 was going to be the eligible man. Now, here's where I say they got screwed. That head official was not paying attention to Decker and Sewell at all. They were right there in front of his face, and he just sat there, whatever. He saw 70, and if you watch the replay over again, the film footage, the camera footage, he's looking directly in the direction of number 70, and he gives one of these, like a confirmation point. Okay, and he runs past Sewell and Decker. I think they got screwed, and Decker said that I reported to the dude. Dan Campbell said even before the game, hey, at some point we're going to run this play, and I explained it to them to a T, who's eligible, who's not. I think Brad Allen, if I'm not mistaken, that's the head official's name, I think that he was on autopilot mode, because he even said, I saw the transcript of him being asked about it, why was there a penalty on the play? And this man said, hey, 70 reported eligible. He was not. He doubled, tripled, and quadrupled down on that. Repeated that 4, 5, 6 times. 70 reported eligible, 68 touched the ball, illegal touching. But I think he was on autopilot, because Decker, and I'm going to trust what Decker said, and Dan Campbell, Decker reported as eligible. Number 70, and even he said, Brad Allen, in that transcript, that I saw 70, he reported as eligible. He came in a few other times during the course of the game, reported as eligible. I think he was on autopilot and said, oh, it's you again. You're the guy that's eligible, while not paying attention to Decker and Sewell. And I think the Lions got screwed because they were so good at using the art of deception, like The Prestige. Remember that movie, the Christopher Nolan movie? I think they were so good at it that it bit them in the butt. Now, with that said, I don't feel any sympathy for that officiating crew. In fact, I'll take it a step further. I saw that they got demoted. They're not going to ref any playoff games, which is a start. I'll take it a step further. They should be fired. This has been a league-wide issue. The entire season, every single week, we're sitting here talking about a game and how bad officiating, penalties that shouldn't have been called, obvious penalties that weren't called, and how that's impacting games every single week, at least one game. You should fire every single NFL official. Start over. put them through rigorous training, and incentivize them on the accuracy of the penalties called, the rulings on the field, give them a base salary, and incentivize them. Hey, hit a benchmark of a 90% accuracy rate, you'll get an extra $5,000 per game. Bam. And then that way they won't screw up. But if you continue to do sub 80%, then we need to look at you all over again. It's bad. This is an egregious. I've never seen anything like this in my life. But the Lions absolutely got screwed, if we're being fair. They all need to be fired. They all suck. Justin Shipman, Happy New Year, Randy. Is it weird to be optimistic about Hall given our experiences with backup quarterback? Not weird at all. Absolutely not. We know what's behind door number 2 and door number 3 with Dobbs and Mullins. We don't know what's behind door number 1 with Hall. But we'll take our chances. This has given me energy for this game. Because if it was Mullins again, all right, bro. Okay. That's an L. We know this. But this is at least exciting now. Not weird at all. Be optimistic. I sure as hell am. Tyler, Packers defense looks weak. They're without their 2 starting corners, for starters. Jair Alexander and Eric Stokes. Jair Alexander for just being dumb. And Eric Stokes is hurt. Not great. Great for a guy like Jaren Hall to get his feet wet. Joe Barry, the defensive coordinator, Packers fans, they hate him. Which means it should be a good game for Jaren Hall. And here's how much I'm invested in this young man's success. I'm in the fantasy football championship in this league I'm playing in with a bunch of my buddies from college. And we have a starting quarterback position and we have a super flex spot where you can add a second quarterback if you want to. All year long, my second QB has been Jared Goff. My starting QB is Lamar Jackson. Obviously, I'm going to play Lamar Jackson. He went off today. But my second quarterback, the super flex, was Jared Goff. And I said, you know what, man? Number 1 seed still in play in the NFC. It's Jared Goff, primetime game on the road against a team like Dallas. He's been good this year, but this game, I just don't know. I'm going to go ahead and bench him because I'm a 40-point underdog. I came into this week, NFL Week 17, the championship round, as a 40-point underdog. So when you're down that bad, you got to swing for the fences. I said, you know what, man, Jared Goff, I don't know about this. I benched him, and rightfully so. He didn't do much of anything last night. He got like 11 fantasy points. And in his place, you know who I got? Jaren Hall up in this piece. For all the marbles. As a Vikings fan, as a man trying to win some money in fantasy football, I'm all in on Jaren Hall. I don't care. Let's ride. Nah, that's stupid. That's what Russell Wilson said. Broncos country, let's ride. Vikings country, let's sail? Nah, that's a failure. Nah, I'll work on it. Make a second attempt later. Bad jokes, Brian. I got 3 insane bets with Jaren Hall passing crazy yards. Good luck to you, good sir. We're in this together. Doobie Scooby. That's a nice one. Vikings country. Let's try. I like that one. That's the leading candidate right now. Ryan Peterson. Been following me for a hot second. I appreciate you, sir. Just as you were thinking Vikings country, let's sail, I said that out loud. Great minds think alike. Boom. Daniel, Broncos country, where are we? Wow, that escalated quickly. Dean Martin, tank for the pick, Vikings. Hey, get a better draft spot or get a chance to get into the playoffs. I'm good with it either way. Cosmo, 85, Optimistic Randy, he has evolved. I'm here. I'm excited. I'm ready to rock. Justin, yeah, QB2 is Nick Mullins. Dobbs is going to be the emergency quarterback tonight. And I would imagine week 18 as well. But, oh, and here's the kicker. So going back to my fantasy football championship, I'm going with Jaron Hall. I'm down 10 points. It's basically one player versus one player now. I'm down 10 points. It's Jaron Hall, and he's got Justin Jefferson. So, like, as a Vikings fan, hey, go nuts. Win this game or don't. It's whatever to me. I don't think you can lose either way. But part of me is just, Jaron Hall, I want you to just go off, but you just spread those touchdowns out, those yardage out to Addison, Oliver, KJ Osborne. Can you give it to somebody else, please? Give it to Jefferson only in emergencies, if possible. That'd be nice. Yeah, but I'll come in second place. It's fine. I'll at least get some money. Kareem Abdul Jakandi Bar. I'm actually kind of worried about our defense. I think they will find that weak spot just like the Bengals did. Maybe. Not having Byron Murphy Jr. is rough. You're already thin at corner with him being absent. In the last couple of games, it has not been pretty. But divisional games are always different. Like, you're familiar with one another. It's usually a tougher game in those circumstances. I would imagine our defense has a bounce back game tonight. But that's just me, just a hunch. Watermelon is Jordan Addison and O'Neal likely out for the season. They're both playing tonight. They're both active. I'm surprised O'Neal is out there. But they're both playing, as well as Jordan Hicks. TJ Hawkinson and DJ Wonnum, they're out for the year. Sucks. Cosmo, you think you can sell Flores on staying if they go heavy on defense in the offseason, get him better players, and see what happens? I don't know, man. I think Brian Flores understands that based on everything that was said about him by players, former players of his in Miami, how some executives may look at him kind of sideways because of the active lawsuit he has against the league. I think he knows that he's going to be a candidate. He's a head coaching candidate. He knows that. And I don't think that he's going to pass on the right fit, the right opportunity for him. Like, he passed up on Arizona to take the DC job in Minnesota. But I don't know, man. Washington might not be bad. New owner. You got some talent there. If the right fit is there for him, it presents an opportunity for Brian Flores. I don't think there's anything we can do to convince him. That's all I'm trying to say. It'd be nice, But that's just how the league works nowadays. Coordinators, if they exceed all expectations with their side of the ball, they're going to be a head coach. They're going to get interviewed for head coaching jobs. That's just the way it is. All the teams, all 32 teams in the league have to deal with it. The good teams that stay competitive, they always got somebody else in place, or they have some sort of backup plan that will bode well for them after said coordinator moves on. So I think you just have to be ready. Now try to present an argument, try to sell him on staying, sure. But do that with the, hey, if he stays, that's going to shock us. But just fully expect we're going to have a new DC next year. Edmund Woods, Randy, the question is, do we win tonight? You damn right we do. Jaron Hall is going to take us to the promised land, damn it. Vikings win this game. I win my fantasy football championship. Justin Jefferson has an okay day. Vikings win 27-21. Vikings. I said what I said. Kirk Cousins blowing the horn. Shirtless with the Kirko chains. Is that the kid from last year too? That wore the chains and went viral? That's cool. That's cool as hell, man. We're about ready to get underway here. Skull chant. It really is, man. If you haven't been to US Bank Stadium, if you're an out-of-towner, you haven't been to USB, get out there. It's a whole ass experience. That skull chant will send chills down your spine every time. Let's do this. But Vikings, they're back into controlling their own destiny. Kickoff is up. Packers, Kayshawn Nixon, he's going to field it and run it out. Gets to the 20. That's Ivan Pace Jr. with the tackle. Let's see how the defense starts off. Has David Bakhtiari, has he played at all this season? I wonder what they're going to do with him. Are they going to move on? Great player when healthy, but availability has just not been a strong suit, unfortunately. 1st and 10. Empty set. Love. Pressure's coming. Throws it deep. Starts it off deep. And tosses it to Mall of America. What was that? All right. We'll roll with it. 2nd and 10. Jordan Love, they believe in this guy. Had a little bit of a rocky stretch this season. His first year as a starter. But lately, he's come on strong. Hands off, 2nd and 10 to Aaron Jones for about 3. Rich V, appreciate you. Happy New Year, Randy. My wife and I love watching a game with you. Let's go, Jaron Hall. Let's bring in the new year. Rich and Rich's wife and family, everybody, bring in the new year with a Vikings win and Jaron Hall shocking the world. Yes, sir. It's 3rd and 7. And, okay, so I saw Mekhi Blackman stumble a bit. Did he get pushed? There's no flag, so I guess it doesn't matter. But he stumbled a bit right there on 3rd down. Oh, did he drop that? Oh, okay. So that was to Romeo Dobbs. I thought he caught it, but then they showed the other angle and he dropped it right in the hands. It's inexcusable. You ever notice? I feel like growing up as a kid watching football. Like you're talking about professional wide receivers. Ball hits their hands, they catch it. No excuses. Now, guys can't catch the ball. It's pathetic. Just basic fundamentals. There was no one around him. But I feel like that's a league-wide issue now. Maybe even going to college football too. Guys just catching the ball isn't a sure thing anymore. I feel like that skill set has dipped a bit. But either way, Packers, they go 3 and out. Vikings, they out there. And Jaron Hall, let's go. Under center, play action, gets out right. Let's go, baby. Takes off, slide, beat. Oh, okay, all right, he gets out of bounds. Like what? Play a full, healthy game, but also be aware, be cognizant of the defenders around you. Get down, slide, feet first. Don't put yourself in jeopardy, man. Second and 5. Hands it off to Ty Chandler and gets it about a yard and a half away from the line to gain. Third down. Come on, baby. Third and 1. He's in shotgun. Trips left. Snaps. Pressure. He got it off in time to Johnny Mutt, but he couldn't hold on. Let's see it again. Wow. I mean, it's a good job. He got rid of the football. Preston Smith was coming. Let's see what happened between him and Christian Darrisaw, because that came from his side, and he just straight arm pushed down, got by him. But luckily, Hall got rid of it. And let's see Mutt. They're not going to show the replay when it got to him. It looked like in real time it hit him in the hands, but he did have a defender draped all over him. I'd love to know if that's hey, you should have caught that, or if that's just good defense. I'm not sure. Painful fart. I am under by 10 points with Chandler and Jaron Hall. Okay, in my starting lineup. My opponent has Aaron Jones. I am invested in this game. Hey, I'm going to wish you a good luck, sir. I hope you win. This is for our Vikings fandom and for fantasy football. Jaron Hall. But so 3 and out. Ball goes back to Green Bay. Not really. Christian Darrisaw, I mean, bro, like what happened there? That wasn't even just a power move or anything. Preston Smith just finessed his way past 71. So that's disappointing. But unfortunately, that's what it is. Ryan Peterson, that's a fair point. He is going to get beat once in a while. You'll take it. But I'm not swayed. I'm still super jacked up for this game. Skull affiliated. I low-key want the Packers to win for a top 10 draft pick. That's fair. Yeah, I mean, that's fandom, however it is that you want to fandom. Like this whole thing about you're not a real fan if you're rooting for your team to lose or whatever. It's just like, who cares? Like, be a fan however it is that you want to be a fan. Getting a top 10 draft pick, that would be pretty nice. But if Hall balls out, man, I mean, then there's the awkwardness of, let's say he does crush it tonight and next week against Detroit. Absolutely goes off. You know, they're still going to find a way to bring back Kirk Cousins and dismiss what Jaren Hall did those 2 games. But we'll deal with that when that time comes. Crown Jewel says we need to be balanced. I would have liked to see a run on that 3rd and 1. That's fair. It's the first drive. There's so much football left to play. Defense, get another stop here. First down, play action. Jordan Love, he's looking deep. He got set, but then had to scramble around because the pressure got to him. Gets it out to 85. I don't know who that is. But that's going to be for about 5 yards, I would say. 2nd and 5. Jordan Love, pistol. Now shotgun after Aaron Jones. Moved around. Gets about 2 yards. Harrison Phillips with the stop. Nice play, big man. Now it's going to be 3rd down, 3rd and short. Defense looks a little bit out of sorts pre-snap, but that's okay. 3rd and 3 to be exact. Shotgun. Love. Doing all this doohickey change at the line of scrimmage. 5 on the play clock. Dude, snap the damn ball. What are you doing? He does, and that's going to be, yeah, that's a 1st down. It was close. Got to make that tackle there, Makai. Tyrone Lee, I appreciate you, good sir. I mean, just a quick out. Romeo Dobbs, 1st down. I mean, Blackman had him, but he just got out-muscled there by Dobbs to just get it over the line to gain. Love, quick out to the right. That's Croft, the tight end. All right, defense. Kraft, excuse me. Confuse him, Kraft and Croft. They really have a player. The Packers, their fans, they wear cheese heads. Their whole thing is cheese. They really have a player whose name is Kraft. That's amazing. If he doesn't have a sponsorship with Kraft, as he gets the ball out to Reed for about 6 yards, if he doesn't have a sponsorship with Kraft, that's a missed opportunity. That's the perfect place to have it. Second and 4. Need to get a stop here. Ball is at midfield. Hands the ball off to Aaron Jones. That's going to be no gain. So that's going to be 3rd down. Can you get the stop here? 3rd and 4, or 3rd and 3, rather. No pressure, and that, oh my gosh. That's going to be a first down. Caught by Melton over the middle. How did you let him catch that? There was like 3 defenders around him. You see it again. And your safeties drop back last second, and that's Cam Bynum right there. Man. Saw it coming, but was just too late. Got caught lacking. First down. Come on, man. Let's get a stop, bro. Pitch out. Jones. This got to be a flag, bro. There's got to be a flag there. I saw like 2 holding penalties, and we're not going. Okay. All right. That's a first down. We're not calling anything. That's crazy. Whoever was guarding Patrick Jones, but they didn't call it. Officiating, back at it again. Tyrone, Timberwolves, 14-1 at home, 1 seed in the Western Conference. It's been a long time coming. Those fans deserve it, man. 1st and 10, hand it off. A.J. Dillon gets about 4. I mean, because for years, too, it's, all right, when are the Wolves going to break through? When are they finally going to do it? Also, and Edwards, he's coming. He's going to be the face of the league soon, or one of the faces of the league soon. He's coming. All right, well, when is it happening? Apparently, the Wolves have arrived this year. Good for them. 2nd and 8. You got a motion man. Ball snaps. Bat it at the line of scrimmage. Let's do this. That was Harrison Phillips, too. Look at that. Already a strong start for him. Just need the defense collectively to make something happen. Get a stop. 3rd and 8. In the red zone. Pressure's coming to him. It's coming. Throws it off his back foot too far. That's going to be incomplete. Intended for Heath. Good job. Bend but don't break. Field goal unit's going to come out. That was close because he was open too, but that's Daniil Hunter. There was a second man I'd like to give credit to. Hunter's right there. Patrick Jones as well. He's going to have to really step up with the absence of DJ Wonnum. Kick is up. Anders Carlson. It's good. All right. 3-0 Packers. That's about as good as you can hope for, ask for. Besides, obviously, 0 points allowed. Can't do it every time. 3-0. KOC, Jaron Hall, y'all need to gel together. Vikings fan 123, a lot of missed holding calls. I agree. There was one, whoever that was, on Patrick Jones II. I think it was the pitch out left to Aaron Jones earlier in that drive. John, Evans and Blackman are trash. Neither can cover. Evans, he ebbs and flows, man. Some games he's all right. In some games he's not. And I would say lately, for goodness, just off the top of my head, the last 3 or 4 games hasn't been great. But you know what? If you can have a strong defensive line that can consistently generate pressure, it's going to help your corners out. I can already see it now. All the mock drafts that are going to come out for the Vikings, and it's like clockwork every single year. Oh, the Vikings are going to take this corner with the first round pick. They're going to take this corner, this corner. It doesn't matter who you have out there. If you can't get pressure consistently, it doesn't matter who you have. It's time to turn the focus, to shift the attention to the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball. You're close with the offensive line, with the improvement of Ed Ingram, with Brian O'Neill. He's getting older, but still, you have Christian Darrisaw. Dalton Reisner has been a big pickup. Still need a center, but you're close. Defensive line, you're still, man, that's got to be the point of emphasis after quarterback, depending where you're picking in the draft. You certainly don't want to reach for one, but man, we need an interior defensive line. We need edge rushers, the whole nine. And then maybe, just maybe with that could give your corners a fair shot. Kickoff is up. That's going to be a touchback. Investing in the defense from the top down isn't going to do anything. You can't expect to get consistent coverage sacks. It's not going to happen. Need some dogs up front, especially if you're going to run a 3-4. But we back out here, 1st and 10. Hall under center, hands the ball off Ty Chandler. All right. Gets 3.5. Second down. It's going to be 2nd and 7. What is happening? Why is Matt LaFleur having a whole... Okay, it doesn't matter. All right. So they shift the offense, goes from under center to empty set. Jaren Hall. Let's see what they do. He's going to throw it here. You got a man. No! No! Are you kidding me? Johnny Mutt, get the hell off the field, you bum! Bro! Right in the hands! In the hands! Yo, go somewhere! You have got to be kidding me, bro! What? Come on, man. Like, in the hands. In the hands. Like that, oh my God. Yep. Nothing. We can't have anything nice, can we, Johnny Mutt? All right. Defense. Back out there. Throws it out quick. I think that's Jaden Reed. Painful fart. Why are we playing Mutt like he is Hawkinson? I don't know. In fairness, that pass was a little behind Mutt, but still, it was in the hands. And who knows if he overran his route, just miscommunication. I don't know. It's in your hands. No one's around you. Make the catch. Just talked about this earlier. Guys just can't make catches. 2nd and 10. He's looking. Throws it deep. That's going to be a touchdown. Jaden Reed. Packers are going to go up 10-0. Thanks, Johnny. I appreciate you, brother. Why is it so hard to catch the football now? You're a professional football player who plays the position of tight end, which requires you to, more often than not, unless you're a guy like Josh Oliver when TJ Hawkinson is healthy, more often than not, you're required to catch. Why is this so hard in today's league now? It wasn't like this in the 90s. Ball hits your hands, caught it. Now it's ball hits the hands, pray that he secures it. Okay. Well, hold on to your butts. That's what, like, why does this have to be a constant thing, man? I for just one time, just the excitement that we go into games with, which is rare. We really don't have many reasons to be excited, but when we do get those moments to be excited, for once, I would just like for the Vikings to not fart all over it. Routine play. Mutt, you're right there. Farting all over our hopes and dreams. It's getting old, man. Okay. Lynn says all this starts with having a super soft head coach. That's not on KOC. That's on Johnny Mutt. Catch the damn ball. Hold up, bro. Nah, we about to do a full-on investigation. How much does this dude get paid? What are his cash earnings in 2023? Johnny Mutt making $1.13 million this year. After taxes, what? 600,000 to catch a football. Okay. Wow. All right. That's all right. It's okay. That was just a blip. It was just a blip. Shake it off. Get back out there. What Ted Lasso say? Be the goldfish. Be the goldfish. That's crazy, man. I mean, just Jordan Love threw it while slightly fading back. They're doing these comparisons to Brett Favre and his throwing motion now. Like, come on, what? Do we have to do this with everything? He's an ex-Brett Favre. Duh. 1st and 10. Draw play, Ty Chandler. Yeah. Gets about 8.5, 9 yards right there. 2nd and short. They've been waiting on that moment, that opportunity. The producers, the broadcasters. Hey, listen, if he throws a touchdown pass, let's get a. They were having meetings beforehand. Let's get a Brett Favre still shot and just say, oh, it's the same thing. Disgusting. Hands the ball off. Ty Chandler gets a first down and more. All right. The run game is working. Let the run game set up the pass. It's going to be 1st and 10 again. Let's go, young man. You got this. But if they can't stop the run, lean on that. Lean on the ground game until they force you to pass. And even still, you keep doing it, be successful. Let that set up play action. And that's going to be an offsides, clearly. It's going to be an extra 5. Oh, really? Vikings players are moving back? I thought I saw an offsides, but all right. Dylan Richardson says, oh, they say encroachment, so it is on the Packers. I'm like, why are the Vikings players moving back? Like, what is happening right now? Dylan says, I threw a spiral once. Where's my Favre comparison? Right? I hate when they do that, man. Oh, this player took a one-legged fadeaway shot. It's Dirk Nowitzki. Okay. Oh, it's going to be 1st and 5 now after that encroachment. Okay, Ty Chandler. Hey, that's a nice 1-yard pickup. Because I tell you what, if that was Madison, he would have ran straight into that defender that got into the backfield. I don't know who that was, and that would have been a tackle for loss. Instead, Chandler spun around it and at least got positive yardage out of that. So it's going to be 2nd and 4 now. Let's go, baby. 2nd and 4. Hall. Got doubles on your left. Throws it up top. And that might be pass interference. Need to see it again. That was intended for Justin Jefferson. Couldn't come down with it, unfortunately. One-on-one, single. He definitely made contact. It was ticky-tacky. I guess I'm not worked up that a flag wasn't thrown. Could have gone either way. It's fine. 3rd and 4. 5 on the play clock. Come on, baby. Oh, hesitated. That's okay. Pulled it. Moves out right. Nothing's there. Throws it out. That's all right. All right. Okay. 4th and 4. No, just punt it. Because, woo, boy. Well, 4th and 4, they're going to punt it. Need a big stop by the defense. And that's going to set the Green Bay offense at around the 27. Not a great start so far. Max Powers, little Simpsons reference right there. Whoever just blamed JJ is on host. Who's blaming Justin Jefferson right there? I mean, if anything, I believe that was not a bad play defensively. You could argue that was a pass interference that should have been called, but it was a ticky-tack, bang, bang, not so egregious to where it's just you're interfering with Jefferson's ability to catch it. I think that was a good defensive play. Killer clowns from outer space. Who cares, honestly, as a Vikings fan? You really can't be behind winning this game. As I mentioned at the start of this live stream, I don't give a damn. They win, they have a chance to win next week's game and go into the playoffs. Jaren Hall looks great. Go defensive tackle in the first round. Everything's looking up Vikings. You lose, and Jaren Hall is some ass. You improve your draft position. Maybe get into the top 10. I'll take that too. I'm chilling. I would like to see something though, offensively. Like just come on, y'all been practicing all week. I get that this is hey, at least he lasted more than 2 drives. Give him that. But let's see. Tyson says I would take Wilson with this offense. Nah. I'm not interested in Russell Wilson, dog. Just too much baggage that I don't think the Vikings need. And quite honestly, like I mentioned in that last video, if you're going to bring back or if you're going to sign a quarterback in free agency, you might as well keep it in-house, bring back Kirk Cousins. But quite honestly, I'm tired of going the recycled route of other quarterbacks from other teams and hoping that they'll get a new burst in Minnesota. Like draft somebody, develop him as A.J. Dillon gets like 12 yards on that rush. Man, Packers are just rolling right now. I'd rather just draft a quarterback, quite honestly. Develop something that's homegrown. But that's just me. 1st and 10. And, hands it off to A.J. Dillon. Gets about 1.5 yards. So it's going to be 2nd and 9. A lot of football left. Hitman is at the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd and 8. So they're going to credit 2 yards. And pressure's coming. He throws it off his back foot deep. No one's around him. Josh Metellus. That is absolutely pathetic, bro. That is ridiculous. I don't even know who this Melton guy is. How did you let him get that playoff? You see that again. I mean, pressure is in his face. It's getting to him. He's forcing up a throw. All you have to do if you're the secondary is make a play. Like, how is nobody near this guy? Hey, we might not need to sell Brian Flores on anything. This man might be losing his candidacy as head coach as we speak. These last couple of games. Are you kidding me? What is up with this defense? The way it's looking right now, you're about to be down 17-0 real quick. Offsides on the defense. All right. Mark, if KOC can't get them up for a New Year's Eve home game against the Pack, he's worse than useless. Well, right now, we're looking at Brian Flores and his personnel. I mean, the defense has... You have a rookie quarterback that's trying to figure it out right now. You have a defense that is I mean, the first drive, fine, you give up 3 points. That last play, that's just, I don't know what that is. That's awful. Like, I guess Josh Metellus was the closest defender. He was like 5 yards away. Nothing's going right for Minnesota right now. Nothing. RC, I've never seen somebody that open, right? Like, how does that even happen? I'd love to know how that happened. Wow. The defense, I mean, to help this guy out, you need a run game, which you have. The run game has been solid, and a defense. I mean, he threw a pick, and yeah, it was a little bit behind Johnny Munt, but it was still right in the hands, right in the bleeping hands. Nobody wants to do anything except Ty Chandler for the team. And if there are this many problems on the team, then I mean you'll won't make the postseason. Whatever, play for the draft pick. I'm keeping that same energy. I'm good no matter what happens today, tonight, and next week. I mean, great opportunity here. Seattle lost. So this is your chance to bounce back in it. And it's always when the Vikings have that golden goose egg. And it's right there. And man, you're back in it. They historically the Vikings find some way to screw it up every single time. Every time. Except for 09, that was the refs. They cheated. That was BS. But outside of that, it's just Jordan Love and pistol on 1st and 5. Jones gets about 2. Got to get a stop here. You're in the second quarter. Daniel says, hey, has y'all noticed Randy is way more funny drinking beer? Am I boring when I'm not drinking beer? Like, 2nd and 3. Handoff, Jones. It's close. I think he's short. Let's see what they're going to say. It's 3rd down. But I don't. Yeah, okay. So it's 3rd down. They're going to do the tush push, and I don't think he got it. So the line judges, they've got him short, like a half yard short. They're obviously going to go for it. And this is where, I mean, honestly, it doesn't even matter at this point what defensive line you have. Interior D line is suspect, but 4th and 1, this play, the Eagles demonstrated all the time. Actually, they're not even going for it right now. 4th and 1. They're in shotgun for some reason. I guess they were trying to get the Vikings to jump off sides, but I believe that they just used their first timeout. I don't know why you wouldn't do the tush push there. Because if you have a respectable interior offensive line, even if the defense knows that you're about to do that, like it's virtually unstoppable from 4th and half a yard away. But 4th and 1. They settled down now. Love, before the timeout, he was in shotgun. Now he's under center. So they're going to play action. Careful. Whoa, my God. So that was intended for Romeo Doubs. He was wide open. I mean, I saw it developing in real time and just said, oh, he might go there. And he did. And luckily, I think it was the pressure that forced the pass just off target ever so slightly. I mean, you could see it happening. And it wasn't even really pressure. I think Jordan Love just put that on himself. And even still, Romeo Doubs, that was in his hands. Even falling. Bro, in the 90s, early 2000s, these receivers, they're not dropping these passes that we're seeing tonight. This is crazy. This is wild. Yo, receivers really struggle to catch the football nowadays. And you're seeing it every game. Wow. But you'll take it. So that's going to be a turnover. Turnover on downs. And now, Jaren Hall gets a chance without Johnny Butterfingers Munt. After his defense got him a stop with a run game that's decent, Jaren Hall gets a chance at redemption. Yo, receivers really can't catch now. Like, I'm really bothered by that. Even your second, third string receiver, if you're open and the ball hits you in the hands, they catch it. But now it's whoo. That's a problem in today's league. It really is. You got these flashy guys, they're fast, or they're 6'4", and they're big possession receivers. And if they get the ball, yards after the catch and all this other stuff. But their hands, I mean, by and large, aren't anywhere close to what it was in the good old days. That's just my opinion. The fundamentals have been lost. Johnny Munt, Romeo Doubs, Kadarius Toney. I mean, you can go down the list. Matt Wag, sorry in advance for stupid comments. I'm drinking Wild Turkey. You're good. It's New Year's Eve. Nobody cares. Get drunk. If you're settled in where you're going to stay at for tonight, though. Don't get drunk and operate a vehicle. First down, hands the ball off to Alexander Madison, who gets about 3.5. C block tie. Looks like Doubs in preparation, talking with Kirk. LOL, never know. He's the emergency quarterback. Doubs is not going to play tonight. If anybody's going to come in, it's going to be Nick Mullins. And my God, if I see Nick Mullins again, if I see Nick Mullins walk out onto the field, I'm getting lit up. Going to make it count for something. 2nd and 6. Hall. 4-man, 5-man rush. Okay, all right, got the pass off. Jefferson, hey, first down. Mofos. Get your confidence up. It's like hitting a free throw. You know you can hit it. Look at that route he ran. That's like a 12 and out. And Jaren Hall made that throw. Nice play. Let's go. Man, people been doubting this dude. Hey, Hall, I want to see you succeed, bro. Doubles left. Play action. Come on. Throws it over the middle to Jordan Addison. And gets past midfield. When you bum asses. Let's go. Come on. Let's roll. First and 10. Oh, he's feeling it right now. Just slow down a little bit. You don't want to force it, but he's feeling it. Might do a heat check right here. First and 10. All right, hand it to Madison. Gets 3.5, 4 yards. All right. Second and manageable. I think that was good. Just calm him down. Okay. I better not see Johnny Munt out there ever again. Is Nick Muse? Is he still here? Let him be the tight end too, behind Oliver. Second and 6. Come on, man. He's under center. Doubles left. Play action. Come on, come on. Ah! Pressure. Just. What is happening right now? Man. Pressure collapsed. Packers player is down. That's tough. Man. What happened there? Like, I want to know, did everybody lose their matchup, their blocking assignments? Maya says he just holds the ball so long. I don't even know if that's... I don't know if I agree with that. I need to see that again, that replay. It felt like the pressure came in quick. Like, I'd love to see a replay, but right now they're showing Planet Fitness commercials. I need to see that again. That was just... Man. Barry says O-line. I mean, quite honestly, that's... I know the offensive line failed there. I just want to know where the screw-up happened. Because that was disgusting. There seems to be like a difference of opinion on this. Some of you are saying offensive line sucks. Some of you are saying he holds the ball for too long. I'd love to see the replay in real speed, like normal speed, and put a clock as far as how long it took for that pressure to come. It felt like watching that in real time, like the offensive line just fell apart. Cesar, I feel so bad for Kirk. This team was getting so hot, and he was playing like an MVP in his contract year. He was playing well. One of the best quarterbacks in the league this year. And who knows what would have happened. The defense, the way that it was playing earlier in the season, with the way that Kirk Cousins, his level of play, even without Justin Jefferson, I mean, you would have been putting opponents out. You would have beat Chicago because all they did was, the second time anyway, because all they did was score 4 field goals to win that game. You would have beat the Raiders by more than 3. I mean, I need to see that game. I need to see that play again because that's crazy. I mean, you got 2 defenders from Green Bay that collided helmet to helmet. Tyson says Hall second guessing too much. Maybe. That might you might be right. Maybe I missed something there. He is a rookie. Yeah, I think you got to be careful to just write him off right away. You're going to have some growing pains. You're going to have some moments, and it's different from Nick Mullins and Josh Dobbs. Josh Dobbs had 7 years to figure his stuff out. Nick Mullins had 6 years to figure his stuff out. Jaron Hall, this is his second start. And this is so far the most he's ever played in an NFL game. We're on drive number 4 right now, which is double compared to what he did his first start. I think I understand we want that instant gratification, just come in and just be good. Sometimes you got to let players work through it, man. Right off Jaren Hall, that's fine. I'm not going to do it just yet. 3rd and 16. Oh, Johnny Munt catches a pass this time. Okay. So that's going to put the Vikings in a spot to where, I mean, they should be in field goal position, right? Yep. Greg Joseph is coming out. Just get people were kissing Dobbs and Mullins' ass, even though they had years of opportunities, of reps. Like one game, and we're not even halfway through the second quarter. Give him a shot. Let's see. He's figuring it out. Kick is up. It's good. 10-3 game. Vikings still in it. It was looking a little rough there. But a big stop on 4th down. Offense didn't go quite as planned that last possession, but you put points on the board. And obviously you'll take that. Now I just need another stop. Jaren Hall, give him some time. You back in it. Eric says Green Bay going to walk right down the field and erase our field goal. We'll see, man. Dumb white guy every L this season will cost us $1 million a year in JJ's upcoming contract. Well, he talked very highly of Kirk Cousins recently after Mullins and the game he had against Detroit, 4 turnovers, where he said, I think it's paraphrasing here, but I think that's why Kirk is so important to this team. He can make the right reads and make the right plays. I mean, the longer you wait to re-sign this guy, the more expensive he gets. But, I mean, you look at Jefferson, Danielle Hunter. I mean, those are the 2 guys you have to bring back. You have to re-sign. Don't mess around with that. Maverick Lewis says Greg Joseph owes us 5 more field goals in this game. Handoff to Aaron Jones. Hey, he had a lane, but he got tripped up. It looks like by Ivan Pace Jr. It's going to be about 3 yards. There's a flag on the play. We'll see what it's for. I'm guessing it's a holding penalty that close to the play. On the defense, wow. All right, well, a good play by Pace gets negated by Harrison Phillips. Defensive holding. Cesar says, run, pass, defense. You know, my voice is a little bit raspy. I don't know what the hell has happened. I guess I've been screaming the last couple of weeks. All right, I'll do it one time. Give me one more sec. 1st and 10. After this play, I'll do it. 1st and 10. In shotgun. You've got, okay, safeties drop back. They hand it off. Aaron Jones. And he gets about 6 right there. Run, pass. Defense. Run, pass. Defense. I hope I could land that as you remember it, Cesar. Oh. You are funny, man. 2nd and 4. Need another stop, defense. Play clock down to 5. Love under center. Play action. He's got time. And all right, Jaden Reed gets a big play. Caleb Evans. Does anybody want to play today? Anybody at all? I mean, this is crazy, man. See that again. Jaden Reed is on the outside, comes back inside, goes back outside, gets a little pre-snap motion. Evans he's just not ready. Evidently. That's why I say, man, all these corners that the Vikings have in their mock drafts in the first round is just why? Okay. So that was Cam Bynum that made the tackle on Kraft. Why was Kraft that wide open again? That's another first down. That's crazy. Did I just see Anthony Barr? I know they elevated him to the active roster from the practice squad, but did I just see Barr? My guy? Let me find out. Let's see that. I mean, that looks like Jordan. That is Barr's stance. Oh, that's Anthony Barr. No, that's Hicks. That's Hicks. I swear I just saw a Barr. He wears what, 54 now? I'm trying to find the positives to talk about right now, folks. It's a little bit tough. This defense is getting steamrolled. Vincent says Barr is in right now. Where is he at? I don't see him right now. Aaron Jones gets a first down. All right, this defense is... I mean, you got Jordan Hicks back. You have Daniil Hunter out there. You have Harrison Phillips. I mean, this is why. I mean, it's not even hindsight. I said this in real time. You know, the whole Marcus Davenport. We're going to bring in Marcus Davenport. That was the first free agent. No, Josh Oliver was the first free agent signing that you had, but still, that was one of the marquee signings that you had in free agency on 3rd and 1. I thought that was the first down, but they're going to say he was short, and it doesn't matter because Aaron Jones gets on 3rd and 1, he gets like 9 yards. But Marcus Davenport, he's had a history of injuries, of not being available. But when he is available, he's inconsistent. Now, to his credit, when he was available for the Vikings this year, the little time that he was fantastic. But he wasn't able to get over that hump, the main hump, availability. I mean, he's missed like 13 games this season, including this one. Aaron Jones gets another 10 yards. There's a flag right there. I mean, maybe it comes back. But that's where this and Kwesi Dafo-Mensah has done some good things, to be fair. Hands to the face on defense. So this drive just sucks the life out of everything. You got some points. You got to stop the defensive possession before this, and now this defense is falling apart. Yeah, that's hands to the face. Like, what are you doing? I was on Jonathan Bullard. You can't do that. Love under center. And I would expect them to run the ball again. Why would they not? You haven't been able to stop it all drive. They do. They hand it to A.J. Dillon, who gets a yard. Shame, man. Do they not know what's at stake here? Like, bro, you control your own destiny. Seattle lost. You got something to play for right now. And fake. Jordan Love. They're going to mark him short. So they're going to do the tush push. Or not the tush push. Either way, a quarterback sneak. No, he got the touchdown. He got it. Barely. This is pathetic, man. I mean, Flores, B-Flow. Bro, what is happening? The one stop you got. Because I don't believe the Packers have punted the ball once. They got a turnover on downs. They reviewed it. They're going to call that a touchdown. I don't think they punted the ball once. The one turnover that you got, it was a turnover on downs. Maybe a bit of a bad throw, but still, Romeo Doubs had that in his hands. The defense really hasn't forced anything. They've just gotten lucky. And now the kick is about to happen. Anders Carlson. Kick is up, and it's good. So now you're down by 2 touchdowns on this New Year's Eve. But now it's going to be one of those games. If you do win it, it's going to be at the hands of the offense. Like Jordan Love looks like, not even Jordan Love, just the whole offense. They're just in sync right now. Their offense is unstoppable. Brian Flores, this is very disappointing. Byron Murphy Jr. being out should not equate to this. As we look at, let's look up the stats real quick. The Packers run game, they've ran slightly, just barely more than they've passed. 17 rush attempts, 4.6 yards per carry, 78 yards on the ground, and a touchdown. Jordan Love, 11 for 16, 133, and a touchdown. Jaron Hall, 3 for 7, 42 yards, a pick off the hands of Johnny Munt. Ty Chandler, you just have to lean heavily on the run game for right now. Because Ty Chandler has a little over 5 yards to carry. And Jaron Hall, he's been put in a spot where they're going to look at this one game. If this game continues the way that it has been looking, they're going to look at this and say, Hall, I knew it. He sucks. Whatever. He's a rookie. This is going to be, knock on wood, the first full game that he plays in his career. Defense can't help him. Guys are dropping passes. Poles, Dofer, we can't even try to run the ball now. It's true. Well, let's see how much time is left. Because the Vikings, they get the ball to start the second half. 4 minutes, just under 4 minutes left. Vikings still have all 3 timeouts. They can still use their full playbook right now if they really wanted to. Now, if it was 2 minutes, then yeah, I'd agree with you. Alex, what happened to the defense? I have no idea. That's something Brian Flores needs to answer. But this is pathetic. It really is. Kane Wangu brings it out, gets to the 19. Like, why are we doing this? Just take the touchback every time. Nobody's returning kickoffs for touchdowns anymore. Like, it's over. Oh, boy. But you know what? Either way, we lose, get a better draft spot. I'm chilling. Can't bring me down. No siree, Bob. Tarico and Collinsworth, they got their suits on with their bow ties. Nice. Play action. Pass. Josh Oliver, look at that. Broken tackle. He catches the ball. He gets out of bounds. And Josh Oliver is not, he's not one that I would love to have being a playmaker. But with Hockenson out, you have no choice. Plus, with his blocking abilities, you're going to have to really lean on him a lot if you're going to have success. They hand the ball off to Ty Chandler. He gets back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to be no game. But there's a flag on the play. We'll see what it's for. Sean Hockley. Holding on the defense. All right. We got something going our way for once. Okay. You'll take it. Defensive holding, that's an automatic first down. 1st and 10. Approaching midfield. Ty Chandler gets about 5 right there. 4 or 5. 2nd and mid. Got to get something out of this drive. You have to. You have no choice but to. Under 3 minutes left in the first half. 2nd and 6. Under center. Play action. Oh, there's pressure. There's pressure. All right, man. All right. So this offensive line has reverted back to 2 years ago, man. It's reverted back to, my God. That is just like that's play action. The man just turned around to try to survey the field and probably didn't have time to even blink before he faced contact. Like, the offensive line is not working. It's so, knowing this information, if you're KOC, you got to revert to a quick passing game. Something. Because these long developing routes, play action, all that stuff, it's just not working. It's not. The offensive line is falling apart right before our very eyes. Come on, man. Woo! All right. Reg, why surprised that Green Bay is sending the house? Yeah. It's a rookie quarterback. Why wouldn't he? What? I mean, you're making Joe Barry look like Joe Barry looks like Brian Flores right now. The old Brian Flores. I mean, Packers fans, they were just saying, oh, great. Jaren Hall will for sure be the offensive player of the week. And unfortunately, he doesn't have the protection to do what he needs to do. So you got to adjust if you're Kevin O'Connell. Alfonso says they're losing on purpose. Draft pick number 10. No, they're not losing on purpose. These players, many of which that are playing for, they're auditioning for not just the Vikings, but also the other 31 teams in the league. Nah, they're not selling the game. Now, the way that you tank is it rests on the shoulders of the coaching staff and the GM, the players, the personnel that you put in. If you really want to lose this game, you'll put in Nick Mullins right now. But they're trying to get some sort of spark here on 3rd and 16 after the 2-minute warning. Tough. Throws it, and that goes nowhere. That was a terrible pass. I don't even know where he was trying to go with it. I mean, it fluttered. That ball was twerking in the air. That was awful. Yeah, that was bad. Okay. I mean, he had not a clean pocket, but he was KOC. Looks this. He squinted his face. I mean, you had a clean throw right there. And that's going to be a flag catcher interference. Okay. Well, once again, as Vikings fans, we are in a situation where had a lot of hype, excitement, something to look forward to, only for the hype to exceed the results. I mean, they can always turn things around, sure, but this is depressing, man. This is tough. Did they pick the flag up, or what's happening? Matt LaFleur looks pissed, so I'm guessing they picked it up. Daniel says fans are leaving. Oh, gosh. I hope the Wolves see it. If fans are leaving before halftime, I hope the Wolves see it. It's in your building. All right. 1st and 10, down 14 points. Aaron Jones, the run defense is ass. Like, everything sucks. There's a flag. Maybe it's holding. Okay. Sean Hockley, what you got for me, man? Holding on the offense. It's about time. They got away with it on that second drive. Green Bay did. Boy, oh boy. So that's going to back them up. Replay first down, or do you? Yeah, of course you replay first down. Negate that Aaron Jones run. Quick screen. Dude, was that Mekhi Blackman, dude, who just fell? I want to see that again. The man had a shot to make a play. Pretty sure that was number 5. And he straight up fell at the feet of the pass catcher. This is so terrible. All right. 2nd and 4. No replay there. Aaron Jones he's a yard shy of the line to gain. This is too much. This is too much. This is sad. But this is the Vikings way. You get excited about something, and the team just can't live up to it. And I don't even think it's overhype. It's like, hey, he's going to have this defense as Jordan Love throws deep. And that's a good play. Don't throw a flag either. That's a good play. Come on, dude. 4th and 1. You think, all right, it looks like they're going to punt it. Jordan Love looks like he's walking towards the sideline, but you're thinking this young man, this rookie quarterback, he's going to have a defense. They struggled the last couple of games, but they're going to bounce back here. He's got an offensive-minded head coach whose play calling, for the most part, in fairness, has been ass. But he has talent. He has, excuse me, he has Jefferson, Addison. Okay, all right, gets close to the 40. Brian Lopez, you was the one who was rooting for Hall, buddy. You damn right. Come on, fam. Hey, 1-4 in your last 5 with Dobbs and Mullins. What the hell are we doing with those guys, huh? Are we really going to sit here and have just full conviction and talk about, well, with Mullins, oh, we would have been better? No, we wouldn't. We still suck. But there's unknown with Jaren Hall. That was my main point. Don't do that. Nick Mullins. Man would have had 72 interceptions already. Madison, he gets past the first, but his foot went out of bounds before that. So he's going to be shy. Just shy of the first down. Loyola, it's all good, boys. Kyle Hamilton will make a play. Yeah, Lewis Cine, man. Maybe he'll make an impact. 2nd and 2. Got trips right. And Christian Darrisaw gets beat. Strip sack. Recovered by Green Bay. All right. Now, this team sucks. That's the reality right now. Christian Darrisaw is getting beat now multiple times in a game. The first time it was finesse move. This time, I mean, is that Christian Darrisaw or Matt Khalil? Let's be real here, folks. Damn, man. This offensive line, like, nothing's going right. Nothing. The defense, offensive line. Johnny Munt can't catch a pass. Christian Darrisaw has reverted to butt ass. All right. That's crazy. Why does everybody suck on this team? All right, man. Pack it up. Season's over. That's crazy, bro. Romeo Dobbs gets a first down. Yo, this team sucks. This team just sucks. This team absolutely sucks. And there's nowhere that you can look at anymore and say that at least we have this going for us. Nothing. Oh my gosh. What's really sad is that after the Seattle Seahawks lost against the Steelers, that's going to be incomplete. I mean, bro, y'all better come out in that second half and have more energy, have more fire. Because I feel like, as a fan, that I have more of an investment in this game than the damn players do. Christian Darrisaw is embarrassing himself tonight. The offensive line as a whole are embarrassing themselves. The defense. Where can you point at to say, hey, at least there's this to build off of? Where is it? Guys missing tackles? Touchdown? Yo, this team sucks! You can't tackle? You should be ashamed of... Yo, give all of your damn checks! Nobody deserves to get paid tonight! As Jaden Reed scores the touchdown. Nobody deserves to get paid tonight! It is a crime that you are robbing the state of Minnesota with this bum-ass play. Bro, I could get out there and not tackle anybody. I could get out there and whiff on blocks. I can do that. What the NFL minimum is $500,000 a year? Bro, I will do this. I will get out there on the field and look like some butt for $80,000. Clowns! This team sucks! I've seen enough. Two guys on one player trying to bring him down. The whole team. Okay. Yeah, let's put Nick Mullins in. That will solve everything. What's the score of this damn game? He missed the extra point. All right, whatever. 23-3. Okay. All right. This is great. They should be booed to the locker room. They should be booed out of the half. Let them have it. They're already getting undeserving checks. Screw their feelings. Why is it always just the biggest moments? This is a big game. Just the biggest moments, and they always come out and look like a bunch of bums. Can't tackle, can't block, can't catch. You bums. This team is ass. I wish bro, let me tell you something. I wish I would get all showered up, put my good lotion on, my good clothes, good shoes, pay Uber, travel out there, flights, hotel, whatever, and then Uber out to the game for prime time to see this piece of crap. I wish I would. Eric Young says, and with that, I've lost out on $700 in fantasy since the Vikings allowed Reed over 20 points before the half. You were going against them? My apologies. That absolutely sucks. Sean Mannion says, ready when needed. Going out there, bro. You got it. Poles Dofer, life is so much better during the offseason. It really is. Because then at least we can just convince ourselves that everything's going to be okay, and every player that they draft or sign as an undrafted free agent is going to be fantastic, and we're going to make this big leap. We get happy and all that stuff, and that's well and good. We get to live in that alternate reality. But this team blows, bro. Like, it's unfortunate, but that's the reality of the Vikings situation. That's the reality of the history of this franchise. Biggest of moments, they always lay an egg. Every single time. That's crazy, man. But luckily, it's New Year's Eve. We all in this together. Chilling. And if you look at this and say, well, the whole team, there's no energy, there's no anything. Like, bro, we're talking about tackles. You can't tackle players now. You're getting out physical in this sport. Dylan Richardson says, fire Zimmer, fire Donatel, and cut Blair Walsh. I thought we were getting... For the whole team to look this bad, it's on the head coach. And every time I mention the head coach, and people love to pretend that I haven't been looking for reasons to justify his shortcomings. I've tried really hard, bro. But this ain't even an X's and O's thing. I mean, I guess we could go that route with trying to do play action and these long developing route type of plays, 5-step drops with an offensive line that's failing before your very eyes. But when the whole team looks like they're just collecting a check, they can't wait to go home. You have all these fans that have poured their money in you, and you're not delivering on that product right now. When the whole team looks like that, that's on the head coach. But what are we gonna? What already? You're just some loudmouth dude. It's not KOC's fault. Nothing's ever his fault. Ever. Because he knows how to talk, and he's charming, and he fits the Vikings culture. Nothing is his fault. All right. I've tried, bro. If you followed this channel from the beginning, I was excited for this guy. I can't wait. Oh my God, it's all Jaren Hall's fault. Yep. It's all his fault. Guy's basically playing his first full game. Not even basically, exactly his first full game. Defense is Swiss cheese. Offensive line is Swiss cheese. Christian Darrisaw, we're doing all these PFF grades and saying he's baby Trent Williams. This dude sucks tonight. But nobody looks like they want to play. Nobody. Except, I guess, Ty Chandler. I'll give him that. But that's on the head coach. But I'm not allowed to do. Actually, I can do whatever the hell I want. It's just it's KLC, and look what he's had to deal with, and all these injuries, and all the adversity that he's had to overcome, and blah 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 blah. This dude sucks. Josh, I appreciate you, bro. I let me bring it back for a second before I read your comment. You said, F it, Randy. It's my B-Day. Happy birthday, Josh. It's my B-Day, but this if for better results next season. You're just waiting it out for next year. You're already cashing it in. I don't blame you. You're down 3 scores. You get the ball to start the second half, but this is what the Vikings do. This is so embarrassing. I'm sorry that you have to go through this on your birthday, Josh. Happy birthday. Happy New Year's Eve. all the things. I appreciate you, brother. I shot you 99. Sometimes your players are just straight up trash. When it's, I'm with you to a degree, but when everybody just looks like they're just not interested, they're not engaged, nobody can make play. Literally, nobody can make plays tonight. Nobody. That's on the head coach. You have Justin Jefferson. Are we calling plays for him at all? Justin Jefferson, I think he has a target and a catch. No, he may have 2 targets. Justin Jefferson has 2 targets, 1 catch, 13 yards. Jaren Hall has less than half of the pass attempts as Jordan Love. He's been sacked already 3 times. When all of your players, except Ty Chandler, when all of your players are just falling apart, and the one guy, I would say one of the top 2 guys that you can always rely on and not have to worry about when he's failing too, number 71. Come on, bro, that's coaching. Your players ain't ready. They want nothing to do with this. This is an embarrassment. Riley says we need Rocket Man in. Well, he's the emergency quarterback, so they're not going to do it. This is not a quarterback issue. This is a team issue. The team is just not. They don't want to play, and their game checks are going to be crazy. This is. I wish I could get. What's it? 17 games you play. Bare minimum is what, $500,000 a year. I wish I could get like $30,000 a week to suck. That'd be nice. Kevin Murphy, let me buy your next rounds. Randy, we're all in the suck together. I appreciate you, Kevin. It reminds me of Christmas Vacation when the family was trying to leave. And Clark Griswold was like, oh, no. Where do you go? We're all in this together. Appreciate you, Kev. Pratik Ray, missed my last super chat, but silver lining is to get a higher draft pick. And yeah, that is. I did say I'm chilling. And I just went off on this whole tangent. So I really just contradicted myself. But he says silver lining is to get a higher draft pick for the QB of the future. I think the team had phoned it in. Yeah, higher draft pick. That's what I need to focus my attention on now is higher draft pick. But then again, Pratik, here's the problem that I'm having within myself. Yes, you can get a top 10 pick and maybe it turns out great. But if you have a head coach who can't have this is the game. Like, this is essentially for the season. This is your wheelhouse. If you can't have your team ready for this, it doesn't matter who we draft, man. Bro, we could trade up to the number 1 pick and get Caleb Williams, who really, the hype really hasn't matched the productivity that, at least in my humble opinion anyway. But that's besides the point. Say you trade up or whatever, you get a top 10 pick, and he's the greatest prospect since whatever. This coaching staff, they can't have their teams ready. So then if they can't have their teams ready, we're just counting on the psyche of a young 22, 23-year-old kid. Say, hey, the responsibility is all on you. Because this dreamer crap and leadership and all this other hashtag culture stuff, big games, we can't count on them. That's my fear, man. Is that it doesn't even matter what picks we get. And I'm not even saying that KOC should be fired. I think he should absolutely be on the hot seat for next season. Give him that third year. Look at Dan Campbell now, his third year. I thought he would get fired last year, but they stuck with him. The Ford family did. And the Lions they won a division title. They're going to the playoffs. They're going to host the playoff game. Maybe he figures it out. But honestly, I'm only saying a third year just to say if nothing else, appear as if you're a competent organization and not a knee-jerk organization. You look at the Panthers, they fired Frank Reich after 10 games? Their new owner just threw a drink on a Jags fan today. Who wants to go there? Everybody looks at Arizona funny. You don't want to look like a panic organization, but that's the only thing that I'm using now to justify KOC keeping his job. These players are not ready to play. They look like they don't want to play. I swear to God, you could get the Georgia Bulldogs, who just played yesterday. Get them in this building, give them Vikings jerseys, and they'll put in more effort than this crap we're seeing tonight. Kane Wangu, nice kickoff return. Gets to the 45. Riley Johnson says, thank God we have the Timberwolves. I'm happy for you. My basketball team is mid. They started off hot, the Dallas Mavericks, and now both teams are just farting around. All gas, no breakfast. Everyone's saying tank for a better draft pick. Don't get it. It's too late. KOC going to get 2 more years with a rookie quarterback no matter where we draft them. Zen Randy, you might be right about that. Unfortunately, we benched Jaren Hall. We got Nick Mullins is going to save everything. All right, Nick Mullins is in, folks. Justin Shipman, Ty Chandler is the only person who deserves this check. Amen. Yes, I'll give you that. Nick Mullins throws a floater, and that gets to Jefferson, so that's going to be a first down. Gabriel, 99 cents. Appreciate you. Good stuff from all of you. Okay. Nick Mullins, 1st and 10. Hands the ball off to Ty Chandler, gets a yard. All right. So Jaren Hall experiment is over. Wow, that's the shortest leash I've ever seen. Mullins and Dobbs, interceptions galore. Stay in. As Mark says, Hall's career may be over. It might be. Shortest leash ever. Throws it. Oh, little check down to Ty Chandler. And he gets a first down. I wish we saw these type of plays for Hall, because we didn't. But this play is working. This drive is working so far. First and 10. There's a flag on the play. False start. It's going to be on Christian Darrisaw. Hey, this dude. All right. Hey, you want to bench him? KOC? Darisaw is playing like some butt tonight. You want to bench him at all? That's crazy. All right. 1st and 15. Mullins under center. Play action. Gets it off, just barely, to Johnny Munt. There's a flag on the play. We'll see what it's for. Vikings, they're backing up, but the refs are having a whole conference right now. Sean Hockley, what say you? It's on the offense. Illegal, ineligible man downfield, Ed Ingram. Yeah, this offensive line is ass, bro. Like, everybody sucks tonight. This is the worst performance by the offensive line all season. Started off super strong. And Ed Ingram, it's a passing play. Why are you running down the field? Sit your big ass behind the line of scrimmage. Why are you moving up the field? All right. 1st and 20. Nick Mullins gets sacked. And you know what? To credit Nick Mullins, or in fairness to Nick Mullins, this is not a quarterback issue. It's not a quarterback issue. This is a team issue. The offensive line, they can't block. If they're not, or if they are blocking, they're drawing penalties past to Johnny Munt on 2nd and 28. I don't even know where the line of gain is. That it's just, it was 2nd and forever. You got a Packers player down. It looks like Preston Smith. That's wild, man. Like, what was Ed Ingram doing right there? That's a pass play. And the only thing I can think of is he mistook it for a run play. There's no reason for him to move up the field. This man was charging up the field for no reason. Ay, ay, ay. Derek Johnson, Packers defense is trash. It is. It really is. I think I saw a stat somewhere that the last 3 games quarterbacks were or they were averaging 347 yards in the air the last 3. I just don't trust this guy anymore. But I'm only saying give him his 3rd year so that you don't look like one of those teams that everybody else is trying to avoid. When you hear stuff as far as players they may or may not stay in school because it's based off of draft position, who has those picks and where they expect to get picked at, it's because of incompetent organizations. And the Vikings, to their credit, they have appeared to be a competent organization. I do believe that players want to come play for the Vikings. So if you do this, if you were to say fire him, they're not going to fire him, obviously. They are too invested in this guy. But let's say hypothetically, if they were to entertain the idea of firing KOC, then it's just, after 2 years, really? There are other coaches that haven't gotten fired. I saw the report that Matt Eberflus is expected to remain the head coach in Chicago in 2024. Third and 14. Mullins in shotgun. Offensive line pressure was coming. Jefferson makes a play. Gets in the red zone. Excuse me. That's a post pattern on the inside. I definitely lost my fantasy football championship tonight. Hall is benched. Jefferson making plays. First and 10. Mullins under center. Play action. Gets it to, tried to get it to Johnny Munt. He was blanketed on that coverage right there. Ay. So now we've got, second down coming? Second and 10. I mean, this is you need a touchdown here. Can't come up empty-handed on this drive. Hands the ball off to Ty Chandler, and he's, just a workhorse. He earned every yard right there. I say that's about a 7-yard gain. So it's going to be third and short here. Under 10 minutes left in the third quarter. 3rd and 3 to be exact. And gets it off to Ty Chandler, and he makes made a man miss, but still got tackled behind the line of scrimmage. It's going to be a loss of a yard. So it's 4th down here. I mean, I think you got to go for it. You need something. This is a big play right here. Fourth and 4. They're going for it. Ball snaps. And I think he got hit on that throw too, but it doesn't matter. Intended for Justin Jefferson. That's going to be a turnover on downs. Hansen says, I say watch KOC's overall win-loss record. If that goes negative, that's the only way there's an early exit for him. Nah. Because I disagree with that, Hansen, only because if you think about all these games that come down to one possession, which obviously that's not the case right here. They're getting blown out by 3 possessions in this one. If you look at all these games last year and this year that came down to one possession, it has always just been conservative play calling. That's what it has always been. I would argue half of those games last year, they won 11 one-score games. They went 11-0 in one-score games. Half of them, I would say they could have won by at least 2 scores, 10 points at minimum. Because first quarter, they were good. Fourth quarter, they were the best in the league last year. Second and third quarter, below average, towards the bottom. It's been, and even here, it's not even X's and O's. And in this particular game, like, your players aren't ready. This is the biggest game of the season. The players aren't ready. And it appears that he just doesn't have a sense of consistency in his approach. Like, for example, we're saying that Jaren Hall is terrible. It should have always been Nick Mullins. Even though after the 4 interception performance he had, we were done with Nick Mullins. But he gave Mullins a 2-game leash, a 2.5-game leash, actually, going back to the Raiders game. Jaren Hall, this is a rookie. You didn't do any of these inside screens to the running backs that you did with Nick Mullins just now. That drive he came in. Jaren Hall gets a half. Okay. But the win-loss record, I think it's deeper than that. I think it's more so just about coaching overall, beyond the X's and O's. Because right now, this team just doesn't want to play. 1st and 10, they hand the ball off. Aaron Jones breaks one out. He breaks like 68 tackles. Guys can't tackle anymore. Yeah, this sucks, man. Should be used to this by now. I was very excited for this game, as I'm sure a lot of you were. So excited. Now, I mean, just how many times have we seen this where it's just the ball is in your court, or in this case, on your gridiron, and they just fumble it away. Blair Walsh, 2015. There was what, 2003? I want to say that last game of the season against the Arizona Cardinals. I think it was Luke McCown, the quarterback, final play of the game. Cardinals win off a deep pass. Vikings, they don't make the playoffs. 38-7. 2019 playoff game against the Niners. And deep pass intended for Romeo Doubs. Couldn't quite haul it in. It looked like he was. Like, every year, man. 4th and 8. Like and then this game, I said, all right, man. There's this kid. He's a rookie. Let's see what he's about. The whole team sucks. Defense sucks. Offensive line can't block. They're drawing penalties. And they yanked the rug up from under them after a half. 1 half. Like, for instance, that pass right there. Was that Jaden Reed? Oh, no, that's to Heath. Right over the middle. How many times have we seen completions to Packers receivers where the nearest defender is maybe 5 yards away? But now all the blame, I guess, is going to go on Jaren Hall. Not the team being ill-prepared at home. Like, okay. That's sad. These fans deserve their money back. The Vikings, they're stealing money tonight. And it's not right. The fans are more invested in this game. Look at KOC just, oh, shucks, man. Oh, whoa. Like, that's the head coach. Oh, man. All right. Joe Barry, I mean, looks like Bill Belichick calling plays against the Vikings offense as Aaron Jones gets to the line of scrimmage. This is a damn shame. It really is. Nobody but Ty Chandler deserves to get paid. Skull and Bones. Actually, let me get to you right after this play. Jordan Love on 2nd and 9, shotgun. 5 minutes, just over 5 minutes left in the third quarter. I mean, pressure. He's got time to throw. Throws it to Aaron Jones. Breaks another tackle. What else is new? Gets a first down. Skull and Bones says, love the channel, Randy. We still have a chance, but this might be my last donation. We didn't show up, my guy, but let's make this interesting. Skull, baby. Well, I appreciate you, Skull and Bones. I get it. I'm glad you like the channel, at least. How many broken tackles like do the Packers have tonight? This is like, here we go. 1st and 10, approaching the red zone. Handoff to A.J. Dillon for about 4 yards. Man. Jarrett says, I cannot stand a soft football team. This team is soft. And you look at this right now in the hunt. Like, you're still very much in the thick of things. And you come out looking like this. This team is soft. A soft team is a reflection of leadership. It's a reflection of the head coach. Like, where do you even start with this game? As far as X's and O's. Like, there's nowhere to start. And I'm, you know what I'm sick of seeing? I'm sick of seeing the camera shift to KOC's face every time and him just staring into the abyss. Where when I see other teams and they're struggling, the head coach, they're in players' faces, they're marching up and down the sidelines. KOC just stands there like a mannequin with no emotion. He just stands there. Stiff Richards, your boy Jaron Hall, though. Okay. Nick Mullins just came in. They got a turnover on downs. This is more than a quarterback issue. I mean, Nick Mullins can throw 3 interceptions and KOC will keep him in the game. Hall throws 1 interception, not creative with any of the play calls with him. Throws 1 interception because Nick Mullins can't catch. And he gets a leash that's as long as a half. Okay. But hey, it's all Jaron Hall's fault. Okay. I appreciate you, Stiff Richards. Lynn says this is not Flores' fault. You're right. It's everybody's fault, but mainly the head coach. I'm sick of this crap. Oh, plays have been happening, apparently, and I've just been annoyed as Aaron Jones gets it to about the 2 yards away from the line to gain. They're deep in the red zone. Marcus Morris says, do you have any interest in calling Wolves games? I would follow you on that if you did. It's funny. I used to cover the Wolves years ago, but I don't believe I would have the bandwidth to do it now, which is a shame because you guys look really good. You guys are the class of the Western Conference right now. I mean, Finch is going to get Coach of the Year. He's got to be the odds-on favorite. 3rd and 1, throws it off his back foot, and again, another catch. That's going to be to Romeo Dobbs, who was wide open. So guys can't tackle. Or no, that's not Romeo Dobbs. That's Melton. Guys can't tackle. And guys are catching passes with no defenders around them. This team sucks. This team is not prepared in a game with all the stakes up for grabs, and they look like this. This is on the head coach. Part of your job as a head coach is having your team ready. They are not ready to play football tonight. And that's going to be 30-3 now. So, okie dokie. Let's update that scoreboard. Cheers to all of you. Happy New Year's Eve. Elijah says Packers might have their backup quarterback in by the fourth quarter. This is so embarrassing. This is like a bowl game where like players are opting out. This sucks. This absolutely sucks. Andrew, the Wilfs will keep KOC painfully too long. It will sign Kirk and will be back on the mediocrity train. Wouldn't be surprised. Wouldn't shock me one bit. That's gave up on the rookie after a half. You allowed Nick Mullins to drag his ass on the field for 3 games. 2.5 games. Ay. Auto Revolution defense failed, not KOC today. Hall not the answer. Literally nobody showed up to play. Nobody on offense except Ty Chandler. Ty Chandler is the only player who deserves his game check. The offensive line, Christian Darrisaw was ass. He was butt tonight. The defense can't tackle, can't cover. They can't do anything right. Jonathan Hart trade JJ for all the Bears picks. I'd have to disagree with that. But even if I was to entertain that notion, I don't want this regime doing any trades for anything. I don't trust them at all. We have a first-round safety whose locker is the cleanest among the entire team. I mean, the only thing it's collecting is dust. I don't want, no. Even on the off chance that you trade Justin Jefferson, I don't want Kwesi Adolfo-Mensah controlling that. He needs to be fired before that ever happens. This is pathetic. But okay. Pitch out to Madison. He gets 10 yards there. And we are 30 seconds away from the fourth quarter. Down 4 scores. Excuse me. 2nd and 1. Play action. Throws up a duck. Almost picked off. But now let's bench Jaren Hall. This coach is a joke, dude. He's a joke. He's an absolute joke. But at this point, improve your draft position just for KOC to screw up another player and his development. This is, ooh boy. 3rd and 1. Pitch out right. Madison, there's a flag on the play. I'm guessing it's a false start. Oh, delay of game. This, you know what's crazy is this right here really tells me everything I need to know about KOC. I don't think he has any idea of what the hell it is that he's doing. You brought in Nick Mullins and whatever. Jaron Hall, a rookie player, especially at quarterback, throws it to Jordan Addison on 3rd and 6. It's going to be 4th down. I mean, you give Nick Mullins, you gave Josh Dobbs just the longest leash, and all they did was fart in your face if you're KOC. Had some Taco Bell and blasted ass. You gave them the longest leash in the world. Turnovers after turnovers. Jaron Hall gets in a half. Nah, we gotta reel this in, brother. Come on in. You're not ready. Hanson says spot on. This is embarrassing. Like it again, yeah, maybe you get the 10th pick in the draft. And that's great. But I'm sorry, this coach, and that's if the GM gets the pick right. We'll see if that happens. Hell, he might trade all the way down to 32 for some Dunkaroos and a 3rd round pick. But this coaching staff, bro, like the head coach, I just don't trust anybody in leadership. I don't trust anybody. I don't. I don't. They have shown nothing to where at least I can believe that there's a step in the right direction. This is what they can improve upon, what they've already improved on this year. They've shown nothing. And Kirk Cousins is not solving all these problems. Like, the offensive line should be embarrassed tonight. KOC should be embarrassed. Brian Flores should be embarrassed. The secondary should be embarrassed. Everybody but Ty Chandler. This is like 38-7, bro. When I was just like, you know what, man? Jerick McKinnon and Diggs and Thielen, they're the only guys that they did all they could. The rest of the team just sucked ass. Same thing here. The Ryan Nader says championship is our goal, KOC. Yeah, dude's a clown. He really is. It's incredible. There's a fumble. Hey, you know what? So that's going to be recovered by the Vikings. You know what coach showed up today? Matt Daniels. Matt Daniels and his special teams showed up. Make him the head coach, damn it. That's crazy. Seeing number 11, like, is that Laquan Treadwell? Is he back? No, of course not. Down 30-3. Dude, don't strut on the sidelines, bro. Like, all right, doing the arm bar celebration. You're down 4 scores. Nick Mullins. Oh, we're doing some trickery here. Okay. Ty Chandler, Wildcat, and gets met at the line, but he managed to spit away and get about maybe 2 yards on that one. No, this is pathetic. And the Wolf brothers, I would imagine they are notorious for just sitting back and being extremely patient. This is horse bleep. Play action. Johnny Mutt, touchdown. And that's going to be, assuming the extra point is good, a 30-10 game. All right. Good for you. Anthony says the comeback is on, baby. I'll say. Loyola says we traded for TJ. Actually, let me update this score real quick. I'm going to get to your comment, Loyola. Please hold. 30-10. This is just. And I bet you KOC uses this as like some sort of prop in the press conference, in the post-game presser. Say, yeah, we got that touchdown late, and it was a big spark for us, and we came together and held hands and read some excerpts from Chicken Soup for the Soul. Loyola says, we traded for TJ Hawkinson, could have had Laporta. I wish we still had Rick. He knew how to draft. Rick and Harbaugh would have been it. Well, Rick was very just laissez-faire with the offensive line, but he did make some great picks at the same time, to be fair. As far as Jim Harbaugh, I mean, I was all about that when the time was there. The man showed up in a PJ and just said, I'm here. I'm ready to sign on the dotted line. And Kwesi Adofo-Mensah said, we want dreamers. Jim Stapleton did crying or whatever. And we went with the guy who knows how to talk. KOC is very good at talking. He's not good at delivering on his job. But this makes it less painful. All of us together here, talking Vikings. Nick A says Mike Hughes, Laquan Treadwell, Jeff Gladney, please. Yeah, that's it's yin and yang when it came to Rick, man. Like, he'll absolutely crush on some picks. It's like half and half. But those bad picks are bad. Mark says, I'd pay for Randy to fly in and interview KOC and B-Flow after this loss. I would love to talk to them right now. I really would. Because I'm not going to do this crap that the media gives them. And just say, hey, what happened there, buddy? We're like, listen, Kevin O'Connell, you've talked a big game about accountability. Like, literally at the beginning of the year, a few games in, you talked about guys that if you can't keep the football, if you can't stop giving the ball away to the other team, you're going to bench guys. You're going to bench those guys and find other guys that will do a better job than you. Then why the hell would you do that with Nick Mullins? Why would you give him the longest leash ever and then bring him back in? Hop, skip, and a jump. You do a lot of talking. Why don't you deliver on what it is that you say? Why? Marshmallow Man 87, fire KOC, fire Quasi, fire Victor. Don't fire Victor the Viking. What did he do? Victor the Viking is trying. He's trying to get us hyped up. But I would love to interview them. The Vikings would never allow me to do that though. Like they secretly watch this channel. I know because they've included voice cutouts, whatever, on their promotions at times. But no, they would never let me do it. But I'd love to talk to him. Yeah. Beeble says Hall had zero protection. That's very true. But haven't you heard? It's all Jaron Hall's fault. It's all Hall's fault that they were down 30 to 3. Nate says pass coverage non-existent. Bro, this defense has been non-existent. Nobody showed up today except 32. Nobody. Can't cover, can't tackle, can't generate pressure. This looks like the Vikings look like the Little Giants right now. Little Giants playing a team full of grown-ass men. David can edit, says Vikings O-line gotta be what? Hands the ball off to Aaron Jones. Joe Sousa says they have their bags packed. Yeah, they do. Dude, I'd be so heated if I traveled out there for that game. I'd be so pissed. Especially flights, they're so expensive now. Say a round trip flight is probably $600. $600. Hotel for 2-3 nights. About $300. You're pushing $1,000. Uber ride there and back. Food, merchandise, whatever. Beer, hanging out at the bar, spending like $1,200 to watch this. Okay. Steve says, you're the only thing I enjoy as a Vikings fan. Can you make my night and give me a couple verses of run, pass, defense? I will do that for you, Steve. Let me just break down this play that's about to happen as Jordan Love hands the ball off to Aaron Jones, who drags Daniil Hunter for about 4 yards. Run, pass, defense. Run, pass, defense. This team is ass. Defense. Run, pass. This team sucks, dude. K Vang says P break. Nah, you know what? I'm gonna I'm going to do the opposite of the Vikings. I'm going to stay strong right now. Jordan Love throws it. Romeo Doubs. First down. It's like a 20-yard play. Yep. Watermelon says, realistic Randy, make a skit about how mediocre this coaching staff is. I might get back into skits this off season. There's a lot of things I got to figure out if I want to get back into that. I do have a good time doing those, though. Like, I've got the hair and everything for KOC, too. I've already got it. I just, maybe. All right. Well, that was a quick pass out to Melton to the right, just outside of the target area. Nick A says, run, ass. Run, ass. Wow. Yep. This is fun. We got 11 more minutes of this. As Aaron Jones, this team sucks. Oh my God. Another 10+ yard run. This defense, they're playing like couch cushions. They are pillows. They're getting pushed around in their own building. That's not right. The fans don't deserve this. And as Barry says, and on prime time, bro, everybody sees how much you suck right now. Have some pride. Have some respect for yourselves. Vikings fan 123, help me. I ran out of beer. Somebody get Vikings fan 123 some more beer. Nobody should watch this sober. This is crazy. It doesn't matter who the coach is. Thought we were getting this absolute wizard on the offensive side of the ball, and he learned so much from Sean McVay, and he's going to come in and set the league on fire. This dude is garbage as a head coach. Absolute garbage. Nick Mullins turns the ball over more than he scores. Yeah, he's that experienced, though. Jaron Hall, he's trying to figure himself out in his first full game. Not even a full game. Didn't even get to play a full game. Trying to figure himself out as a rookie. Oh, no. We've seen enough here. Bring back Nick Mullins. You can't make this up if you tried. And then every time they show his face, yeah, he's oh man. Come on, guys. Play a little better. Nah, he needs to be on the hot seat. Real talk next year. But I don't think Minnesota will do it. I think what's going to be very easy for KOC to escape under is, well, Kirk Cousins got hurt. When in fact, you've had several winnable games with Kirk Cousins and not Kirk Cousins that you absolutely screwed up on. You gave up on it. Like Jaren Hall is done. Like he's finished, obviously. If he's going to have any sort of career, it's going to be outside of the Vikings organization. You gave up on this dude after one half while letting Nick Mullins drag his ass on the field for 2.5 games. Josh Dobbs, an extra long leash. Mullins comes in and you want to call all these zippity-doo-dah plays and all this other crap, which was a solid drive. You moved the ball up the field. Turnover on downs, nearly threw a pick. Keep them in. You're not consistent. You talk a lot. The media will never press him on it. Ever. You're going to hold the offensive line accountable? You're going to hold the defense accountable? The defensive coordinator? You going to do any of that? No. No. We can't do that. That's there's some nuance and layers to this. Those cheerleaders are pouring their hearts out. No, this is all on Jaren Hall. Clown. Hey. J-Doc says, I love it when you go on your rants. It helps me so much to not combust because I know someone else feels the pain just like I do. I don't want to go off on these rants either, J-Doc. I appreciate you. I really don't want to do any of this. I just want to be happy and talk about the Vikings and look how good they look and how competitive they are. That's all I want to do. But all I can do is be myself. I did this in college, man, watching Vikings games. I would yell at the TV just like I'm doing it right now. There's a game going on. They hand the ball off to their third string running back. I don't know who the hell that is. It doesn't matter. They get back to the line of scrimmage. You let these Packers with Joe Barry and the pressure that he has on him and your offensive line falls apart. Your defense can't tackle. They can't cover. They can't do anything. You look like you don't belong in the National Football League as a team. I would honestly... I'm not even kidding when I say this. Put in Florida State with all their opt-outs. Put their remaining team out there. And they got dusted. Actually, no. Don't put them out there. You are literally Florida State! Minnesota! That's who you are! Third and 3. Little sidewinder pass. Goes nowhere. Adrian says, have the fans play. We might be better or the same. It literally couldn't hurt. And you know what? I don't care what you do, KOC, for week 18. The season is clearly over. It's done. I tried the best that I could. And they're lining up for a field goal here. There's been a game happening this whole time, and I've just been going on a rant. And so now the game is the score is 33-10. Like how can I sit here and try to come up with ways for why this is just unfortunate. Bro, like at least show up and have some pride. You don't even respect yourselves. So what the hell do I look like sitting here and saying, well, it just didn't work out and things just happen and it's... This was an all-around disaster. And no one's going to say, no one from the media is going to say anything to this guy. Huh? He's just going to he's going to run his fingers through his hair like it's a herbal essence commercial. Well, we did the best we could, and we just wanted to, give our guys a chance to make plays. This dude's a joke. This dude's a freaking joke. Ay. Anthony says, look on the bright side. They could finish in last place in the division. Yeah, I guess that's all we have to look forward to. When we moved in our house out here in Pennsylvania, we got an inspection done and there were some things that needed to be repaired. And we contacted this contractor. And they're the experts and they know everything. And they were just so horrible. They barely got 10% of the work done. And I'm just like, what? Why are you even here? You sold me on your expertise, your knowledge, and everything. And here I am now searching up DIY videos on YouTube to figure out the crap that you were supposed to fix. That's KOC. This man is a great salesman, bro. This man got hired and oh my God, culture, and he knows offense and he understands player development. We're going to turn a new leaf in the purple and gold. I tell you what, this dude sucks. And if nobody else will say it, damn it, I'll say it. He sucks. But guess what? All the talks is going to be, well, Jaron Hall, and he didn't get the team off to the right start, and everything else fell apart. No! Nobody wanted to play tonight. Why are you wasting everybody's time? Nick Mullins throws it over the middle. Jefferson falls. I don't care. Ooh, that post-game vid, man. I've been getting crushed on those the last couple of weeks. And look at Kwesi Adolfo-Mensah. Just plucking out something in between his gums. Because we're looking for dreamers. Yep. Pass over to Johnny Mutt. Anthony says, oh, wait, no. Where was it? This is Chris. He says, you better eat your words on your post-game video, buddy. For what? Point to any part of the team outside of special teams, because Matt Daniels, they got that fumble recovery. in the red zone. Point to any part of the team outside of that and Ty Chandler to where you could say these guys showed up to play. What words am I eating? It's not my fault this coach doesn't have any consistency in what he does compared to what he says. What Jaren Hall? This is all Jaren Hall's fault? Is that what you're doing, Chris? Have y'all been waiting in the background, praying for his failure? This is all on Jaren Hall? That's crazy. Nah. Chris says, nah, man, you wanted Jaren Hall all year and you got it. Don't blame KOC. I also was expecting Jaren Hall to have an offensive line. I was also expecting Jaren Hall to have a defense. I was also expecting Jaren Hall to have a tight end who could catch passes. He literally had none of that today. I also expected Jaren Hall to have play calls designed for his strengths. Nick Mullins comes in after a half and they're calling inside running back screens, doing all this stuff that they didn't do with Hall. To put this all on Jaren Hall is a wild thing to do. That's crazy. I don't agree with that at all. Don't blame KOC. The team wasn't ready to play, Chris. Ergo says they made Hall to be the patsy. Yep, he's the scapegoat. What about that pass to Jordan Addison from Nick Mullins right there? He was open. That's Jaren Hall's fault too. Mr. Thomas says this team quit, period, before the game even started. They showed up to collect the check, and they're going to get it. They don't deserve it, but they're going to get it. Ty Chandler is the only one that deserves to get paid. That's it. In this whole organization tonight. No other players. Nobody on the coaching staff. Nobody. Leonard brought up Najee Thompson. Yeah, okay. Because he's the guy that made that play on special teams and then was shaking his ass on the sidelines. Yeah, I guess. Sure. He deserves his check too. Well, we got under 4 minutes left in this game. And that was a pass to Brandon Powell. Was he in bounds? It was close. Nope, he was out of bounds. That's on Jaren Hall too. You got to do better, buddy. This team is great at hype. My God, they make you believe. And they make you feel that things are going to be different. It's never going to be different. Not with guys like this leading the charge. Throws a dump off with pressure in his face to Ty Chandler. He gets about 5-6 yards. That's crazy. Hugh Yang says Vikings should do what the Raiders did, fire the head coach. They're not going to do it. They're not. Literally nobody in leadership in this organization has the stones to do anything. They don't. Not the owners. You saw how long they dragged their feet in the mud for the last regime. Not the owners, not the GM. because the GM and the head coach, they're in lockstep together. The head coach, he appears to just be winging it. This is not a Kirk Cousins solves all the problems type of thing. This is just this guy has no idea what he's doing. Tosses it up to Jefferson. He's pushed out of bounds on 3rd and 4. And we had Jim Harbaugh. We had him in the building, in the damn building, chilling, was ready to risk it all to leave Michigan. So I want to come here. Nope. Throws it over the right to nowhere close to Justin Jefferson. That's Jaren Hall's fault too. What an absolute bleep show. So you've ruined Jaren Hall and his confidence. So he's finished. So what do you do now? Bring back Kirk Cousins. Okay, fine. And what do you do in the draft? I have no idea. This team, man. But guess what? They're the ones, as J-Doc says, preach. They're the ones. They know everything. I'm supposed to sit here and just go with the flow. This is what the coaching staff selected, and he just threw it wasn't an interception. Kayshawn Nixon, he landed out of bounds. So that was a turnover about to happen. Derek Johnson says, keep Hall and get another quarterback. They ruined Jaren Hall. They ruined him. They ruined him. They absolutely screwed the pooch there. They gave that man. Think about this. They gave Josh Dobbs. Hold up, bro. They gave Josh Dobbs. They had to bring him in for the Atlanta game because Nick Mullins was hurt. Hall went out with a concussion. They brought him in for the Saints game. The first half of that game, Dobbs was good. Second half, he fell apart, but you did enough to hold on to win that game. And then there was, it was from that point on, the second half of the Saints game to Denver, to Chicago, to most of the Vegas game. It's 5 games. And then Nick Mullins, they brought him in for that final quarter against Vegas. And then Cincinnati, and then Detroit. And they gave Jaren Hall a bleeping half. A half. A rookie quarterback. A half. They ruined him. They absolutely ruined him. That's crazy. Out Royal says, so who are we drafting? You know what? Right now, honestly, I need to sleep on it, but honestly, I don't even care. As long as this head coach is still here, it doesn't matter. It doesn't. Like, you can't, like, what? So is it that you can't develop the guy? At talking about Jaren Hall in reference to KOC, you can't develop him, or he's not good. Which is it? And why were you super just clutching pearls with him compared to these other guys? 6 years Nick Mullins has had. 7 years Josh Dobbs has had. Why is this man only good enough for a half? And by the way, forget Jaren Hall. Why did the rest of your team not show up to play? But we're not allowed to talk about that. This is I forgot this. Minnesota Nice And Kevin, it looked like some things just didn't work for you. And why don't you walk us through that process? And let me get you a tissue and some soup and crackers while we kiss your ass. Huh? Why don't you run us through that? What? Jaron Hall screwed up everything. Why don't you break down your thought process there? Under 3 minutes left, and they're going to the third string running back. And of course, why wouldn't they? Irish Natty says Minnesota nice. That's you guys. That ain't me. You follow this channel, you know that ain't me. That's It's funny. It's you bring up the obvious. I don't even think I'm doing anything special. It's just obvious. Your whole team was not ready to play tonight. That's on the head coach. It's simple. But Minnesota Nice will give this man a pass every chance they get. This man is a joke of a head coach. I'm at that point now where, like, after 38-7 with the last guy, I was like, listen, man, I'm not saying fire this guy, but here's the panic button right here, and I'm hovering. I'm looking for reasons not to press it. And at the end of 2018, I said, nope, we're done. I'm at the step before that with KOC. Panic button here. Bro, I really don't believe you're going to overcome any of this. But you got it. I feel like you need to get your third year just for the organization to not look like they're reactionary and that they're knee jerk and that they turn players off outside looking in. But also, maybe he figures it out. I don't think he will figure it out. But give him that third year. He should be on the hot seat going into 2024. Absolutely. No question about it. KCO, I don't know, Randy. Looks like the Vikes got a lot of holes to fill this coming draft. Happy New Year, and don't forget the alcohol. Well, I appreciate you, KCO. I know you've been following this channel for a while now. They do have a lot of holes to fill. That they do. Oh, yeah, they got the third string quarterback or second string quarter. I don't even know who their backup is. Is it Sean Clifford? Do they still have him? Green Bay, the guy from Penn State. It's funny. I'm gonna do the post game vid. I'm gonna do the post game vid, and I'm literally not gonna hold anything back. And I'll put it out there, and it will be the same response. What is KOC supposed to do? What is he? Look at all that he's had to work with. Yeah, he's the first coach that's ever had to deal with injuries. The first ever. This is all Jaron Hall's fault that nobody showed up to play. Vincent says, thank you for the stream tonight, Randy. Much love and a happy New Year's from Hawaii. Hey! Happy New Year's to you, man. Hawaii, man, that was, man, on Sundays, those games out there start at 7 a.m. Chilling. I miss it out there. Got to get back out there to Maui. Well, I know Maui went through all the disasters and everything. I wonder how they're doing out there right now. So sad to see. But man, it's just Hawaii is beautiful. Appreciate you, Vincent. And some backup for them, I'm assuming, is Sean Clifford hands the ball off to some guy that we're just going to get through this. Woo-wee! Ay. Tyler Blair says Hunter was kind of non-existent tonight. Who was existent? Tell me one player that was existent. I can't think of one. What? Ty Chandler. Okay. Smo Ova. Hell yeah, Randy. Good stuff. See you next year. Happy New Year's. Appreciate you. Yeah, we got one more game. Doing these live streams, that was very important to me to be consistent with it, to not miss a game. Christmas, that one was going to be a little bit dicey, but I made it work. But nah, I appreciate you guys tuning in for this. I mean, you guys make this channel happen. Chris says JJ was existent, bro played his ass off. Yeah, that's true. That's very fair. Minnesota Vikings says Vikings, thanks for ruining our New Year's Eve. As long as you get drunk enough, get a good buzz going, you'll be all right. Barry Blanton says I watch Randy get mad so I don't tear stuff up. Am I just the guy that just, I don't know, the sacrificial lamb, so you don't have to go into full rage mode? I promise that like none of this is an act. I don't want to do any of this. I'm just a wild ass dude. Jay Stone says we are dreamers. Cheeks. Yep. Man. T Moncrief says we gonna get quarterback in draft, gonna lose next week. Her pick 12 or something. Yeah, I don't know. It's the season's over with. It's done. Opportunity, Seattle lost. Hey man, let's get out there and show something. Throws it deep, and again, number 80, I think that's Melton, who's been making plays all night, wide open. So this is. Oh boy, that post game vid. I'm gonna try not to yell, because honestly, it's just like, what's the point? But this is just embarrassing. And you see the crowd, the fans. I mean, it looks half empty right now. Karen says Lewis Seen was in the game. Is he really? All right, so they're taking the victory formation. Yep, that's Sean Clifford, Penn State's own. Oh, yeah. All right, man. Let's just look up something real quick. That is just okay. So this is going to end it. Vikings are going to fall to 7-9, losing to the Green Bay Packers. Final score 33-10. Post-game vid coming up. Thank you, everybody, for joining this live stream. Happy New Year!